The Cathedral of Hypocrisy, a scathing indictment of anti-AI elitism in 3D art communities. In the crumbling ivory towers of online 3D art and rendering forums, a new priesthood has emerged. Self-anointed gatekeepers, cloaked in the pretense of artistic purity, who wield authority with the subtlety of a sledgehammer and the arrogance of a self-published philosopher king. These communities, once founded on the noble ideals of collaboration, innovation, and shared discovery, have devolved into rigid, authoritarian echo chambers where technological progress is not only unwelcome, it is criminalized. Let us not mince words. These are not safe havens for creativity. They are ossified museums of outdated dogma, hostile to evolution, and terrified of anything that challenges the false myth of artistic sanctity. Chief among the offenders are forums and Discord channels that have adopted Stalinist zero-tolerance policies toward any hint of AI-assisted workflows. Mention Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, or God forbid an AI retopology tool, and you'll be met not with curiosity or critique, but with digital excommunication. The paradox of purity, clinging to tools while vilifying methods. The irony is almost unbearable. These same communities praise GPU-accelerated ray tracing, rely on procedural shaders, automate rigging through plugins, and celebrate real-time rendering engines like Unreal Engine, which are themselves built on mountains of algorithmic wizardry. But introduce a neural network into the creative process, and suddenly it's cheating, inauthentic, or the death of art. This arbitrary moral delineation, wherein scripting is divine but AI is demonic, is not only logically bankrupt, it's intellectually cowardly. What these Luddites fail to grasp is that creativity has always evolved through tools. The paintbrush was once considered sacrilegious by fresco purists. Photographers were mocked by painters. Digital sculptors were dismissed by clay traditionalists. And now, AI artists are demonized by the Blender Brigade and ZBrush zealots, who are too comfortable on their rusting pedestals to acknowledge that art is not defined by the method of execution, but by the integrity of intention. Gatekeeping as a virtue, the cult of the true artist. These forums have become cults of ego disguised as communities of excellence. The moderators, the inquisitors of aesthetics, seem less interested in fostering innovation than in preserving a nostalgic fantasy where artistic merit is measured by hours suffered, not by impact achieved. To them, the ideal artist is a monk, toiling in obscurity, eschewing shortcuts, and genuflecting to the god of struggle. Any deviation from this masochistic path is deemed heresy. Yet what is this obsession with process but a cover for insecurity? These forums would rather canonize mediocrity produced by acceptable tools than acknowledge brilliance born of experimental methods. They don't fear AI because it threatens art. They fear it because it threatens their monopoly on being the artist. The censorship of progress, banning AI content outright, no nuance, no allowance for hybrid workflows, no discourse, reveals a breathtaking level of intellectual laziness. Instead of engaging with the ethical, philosophical, and creative implications of AI in art, these communities prefer to slam the door shut and padlock it from the inside, congratulating themselves on their moral superiority while the rest of the world moves forward. This is not guardianship. This is obstructionism, masquerading as virtue. And it is the antithesis of what artistic communities are supposed to be. A call to burn the gate and build a new one. To those artists exiled from these digital fiefdoms for daring to innovate, take heart. You are not alone, and you are not wrong. Art is not a religion. It has no holy rites, no sanctioned tools, no divine path. Art is a rebellion, a conversation, a fire that consumes and renews. Let these communities fossilize in their self-righteousness. Let them hold their purity like a drowning man clutches a stone. Because the future of 3D art, the real future, is being built elsewhere. In open spaces, on new platforms, by creators who value expression over orthodoxy and vision over dogma. The gatekeepers have had their time. It's time to stop knocking and start building new doors. Thank you for watching, subscribe and comment below.